Hey people, this is Dan, and I want to tell you a little bit about a public video that I just sent to my friend Mike. Mike and I have been friends since 2nd grade, and we both like creating videos, but we haven't created anything together in a long time. In fact, I haven't created videos with anybody for a long time. This whole making video thing has been a pretty solitary pursuit for me. But recently I've started to think a lot about how valuable it would be to find or build creative communities. Mike and I have talked about working together before, but we haven't stuck with any of our plans. So yesterday I started making this video to propose an idea of something we can make together. I didn't tell him about this video at all before sending it, and I just sent it to him like 20 minutes ago, so I have no idea if he'll like it or not. Maybe he'll like it, maybe he won't have time, whatever. I feel good about sharing it with him. And I decided to share this here with you because I think it can serve as an example. I'm sure that there are other people just like me who like to create things, but they don't have a community or a team of people to build things with. Maybe it can inspire people to reach out, to collaborate with people. Also, if it sounds like you might be one of those people, reach out to me. I'm going to collaborate, people. Woo-hoo! So, here is the video that I sent to my friend Mike. The first minute is about the collaboration idea, The rest of it is about an interesting idea that I found out about recently called Cymatics. And without further ado, Mikey A! What's up, smucko? It's a beautiful day, and on this day there are two ideas that I want to share with you. The first is about this video. It's a message to you, and it's also on a public video sharing website. I think it's a good idea for us to start sending each other short public videos like this, and just share whatever exciting us at the moment, whatever's on our minds. I like this idea because it'd be a way for us to just talk more often, and at the same time, it'll give us both a little side project where we can make and share videos that other people might appreciate, while giving us an outlet to just casually explore any kind of interesting topics we want. It'll be kind of like our old podcast, but A, it'll be way more interesting per second because we can edit it a bit and just focus for a couple minutes on the most interesting parts of the subject. And B, it'll be way easier to do. Because it's so short, I don't think it will take too much time away from our other projects, and we won't have to deal with the scheduling. This format is inspired by the Vlogbrothers, who are John Green and Hank Green. They make some really interesting stuff. I've attached a link in the bio to their channel if you want to check out how they do it and what they do. It's up to you, of course, if you want to respond with the video. It's cool with me either way. You could just let it sit there, ignore it, or you can send me a discreet private text and take me aside and be like, Dan, I don't want to do this. No. That's cool with me, either way. Or you can send a video back my way if you feel like. And while you're thinking about that, let me show you something else. This is something that I heard about last month. I revisited it a few times since then. I think it's really fascinating. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but either way, I think that you'll get something out of it. So, have you heard of cymatics? Cymatics comes from the Greek word for wave, and according to Wikipedia, is a subset of modal vibrational phenomena. Wow, right? Okay, let me explain. In my words, which might not be a completely accurate description, it's basically the way that sound waves create physical vibrations that affect solid or liquid objects. People make sounds with like an instrument or whatever, and then put something like sand or water on a flat plate that is subject to those sound waves, and then the sand or the water start to form some pretty awesome visual patterns. It's really cool and kind of trippy to look at, and it's also interesting to think about the science behind it, and I don't know, like why it happens and all that stuff. It's way cooler when you see it. So check this out. Notice the symmetries and notice how different musical notes, different frequencies of sound waves will produce different patterns. By the way, these patterns are consistent too. It's always the same for each particular note. So this stuff makes me wonder a lot. Questions like, why does this happen? What's up with nature? Why is it like making these complex, beautiful patterns? Why wouldn't it just be making like a simple pattern instead? It also makes me wonder other things, like maybe could this provide any hints to the nature of reality or anything like that? Like maybe these shapes are similar to how atoms combine or something. I don't know. There does seem to be a connection with cymatics and the way that planets and galaxies move around space. Here's a representation of the average orbits of Earth and Venus over an 8-year period. It makes kind of similar patterns, doesn't it? It makes me think of a quote that Pythagoras, the guy who did triangles, said almost 2,000 years ago. There is geometry in the humming of strings. There is music in the spacing of spheres. I don't really know what to make of it, but it's something I like to think about. And I wonder where it's headed, too. Like, is this going anywhere? It's a relatively new field. So I wonder if more findings will come of it soon. Maybe we'll learn more from this kind of thing in the future, about cymatics or just about other things that cymatics shows us. Or maybe it's just cool to look at, and that's good. That's good with me. But personally, I also like the way that it combines ideas from music and science, and I like thinking about connections like that. So Mikey A, I want to know, what do you think of all this? What do you think of the video idea? And what do you think about cymatics? Is there anything interesting or exciting that's been on your mind that you feel like sharing with me? I'll talk to you soon, bud. I'll see you, you schmuck. Hope you're well. Say hi to the family for me. Goodbye. Hey guys, one last thing. I want to remind you and make it clear that while that video was for Mike specifically, this video is for everybody. For you. Don't hesitate to reach out to me to let me know what you think about cymatics or this collaboration idea or anything else that you want to share. I'd be glad to hear it. Alright? I'll see you later. Jabroni. Wait, I mean goodbye. Yeah, I always get those ones confused.